Sky Squad, we are back in the building. Okay, we are back in the building. Listen, we have not done one of these scene breakdowns in a minute. But when this clip came out for this coming week's Married to Medicine episode, I said we got to jump on the play by play and see the moment that Toya put them paws all up on Audra's face. Baby, it's going down on Married to Medicine, and this scene is chaotic and wild AF. Okay. So, Sky Squad, listen, we back in the building. We got something to talk about right now. And another reason why I wanted to touch on this today was because I will be out of town for a vacation, a much needed break, okay, for about a week and a half. So I won't be able to recap this Sunday's episode of Married to Medicine. So I thought, you know what? Let's do the anatomy of a scene right here, right now. So let's get into it. All right. So as you guys can see, all heck is breaking loose. You can see that hand giving that good Audra the mush right here, but we got to break the scene down. So the first thing that we see is Toya running to Anila's mom to tattletale on her that Anila and her mean girl girlfriends is attacking Toya, talking about she running the streets, allegedly cheating on her husband. Okay. Oh, yes. Toya done ran and tattletaled on the woman. Okay. Tattletaled on Anila and her friends. And so mama got to tell Anila and her friends, y'all stop that. Anila, you stop that right now. You stop it. Because you know, Anila is still under the guidance and control of her mama. Yeah, I said it. Okay. This has been a story that has been playing out on the season all season long. I'm so over it. But here, here, I got some enjoyment out of it. Okay. Don't ask me why. I just did. Okay. So Toya then tells Eugene, apparently, word on the street is I slept with a neighbor. They the ones over there talking about it, pointing at Anila and Zaina, the mean girls from the neighborhood that don't mean nothing to Toya. Okay. They don't mean nothing to her no more. Okay. Now that they're not friends. All right. So then she get to talking about Audra. She get to telling Eugene, yeah, and she trying to tell everybody about our house sale and our finances and whatnot. Okay. And she's not even our real estate attorney. Okay. And so then that prompts Audra to then come over, but first you get to see the scene reactions, right? So we got to see right here, Dr. Simone is telling Martin, Audra's husband, okay, it's time to go. You need to get your wife. It's getting a little too hot in the kitchen, okay? And clearly that's where they all at, in the kitchen. So then you see Toya going at it with Anila. It's just starting, right? It's just starting right here. They going at it about who's the attorney, what the attorney does. And, Simone is the only reaction shot that we getting right now at this moment. Because I'm assuming she was closest to the camera. And so she is the one who narrates the scene talking about, yo, I mean, it's time to go. This party's getting a little bit too hot up in the kitchen. We gotta go, right? So then you get a closer up of the amount of look, you see the visceral frustrations on Toya's face right here. You see it, you see it. She is annoyed. She's telling Audra, I didn't even hire you as my real, you doing all this research for what? For what? And so they get the bickering, right? Okay. Now, this is the pivotal moment. People move slow, right? Let me say that. People move slow because Dr. Eugene, I don't know if his hand was on his wife or not, or if he just watching, but you got Martin just watching. You got Karen just watching. But what is happening here that is going to be the downfall of Audra in this moment is that Audra, it seems from the lens of the camera, as though Audra was not prepared to nuck if she was gonna buck, okay? Because she bucked. I gotta tell you, she did buck. She got up in Toya's face, okay? Toya was getting, they was getting loud with each other. I will say, in my opinion, from my perspective, from my purview, she bucked up on Toya a little bit too much, as you guys can see right here. Okay. So you will see, okay, you see the buck as you see her bump her bosom up on Toya. Now, see, this is where now I know a lot of listen, I don't condone fighting. I ain't trying to fight nobody. I ain't, it ain't even I feel like I'm too old for all that. But what I will say is what I do know it from my days of growing up is that if you gonna bump up on somebody like that, you better be ready to throw all the way down. And in case she ain't know who she was messing with, she must not have seen season 1, episode 1 of Married to Medicine to see how Toya gets down. Okay. To know that Toya was not gonna be the one. And Toya was not the one, the two, or the three. Okay. And so what you see happens next is as Audra is bucking, okay, Toya get to knucking, all right? She get to putting the paws. Listen, she gave her a Tammy mush. You know when Tammy mushed Mika Claxton? Okay, that was what we got, and so that's what we get right here in this moment. And as I stated before, if you go nuck, you better be prepared to buck. So at that point, what happens next is, Audra jumps up or whatever after the nuck and tries to take a swing. Toya ducks to the side, okay? And then security comes in, whisks Audra away. Okay? Whisks her away. And so from there, what you see is everybody's shocked reactions, okay? See shocked reactions, shock and awe. Security is it's a whole quagmire here. And Toya lets her know, you got one time to get up in my face. You got one time to get up in my face, and then I'm gonna let you have it. Period. I don't care how many alleged liens is out there. Okay. I mean, that ain't gonna stop me from giving you a mush upside the head. Okay. So then you get Quad, talking about, oh, they doing all this up in my house. She just want her phone back. I don't know where her phone went. I guess it got tossed around in the melee. Okay. As Quad tells Toya, you can't be fighting up in my home, gal. Now, don't be doing all this stuff up in my house. And then you get Quad's aunt right here go and slam off on Toya about not doing this up in Quad house. Okay. This is Quad house that Quad built from the ground up. Quad laid it brick by brick, and you is not gonna come up in here and destroy what God has built for Quad. Okay. That's what Auntie is giving. I mean, listen, it's Auntie. So Auntie gonna make sure, okay, Auntie making sure Quad's house is protected. And Quad, and Toya is like, I know. And Quad got to tell her, listen, that's my auntie right there. Okay. That's my auntie. That's my auntie. So security in Quad makes everybody leave. Everybody leave. But Dr. Damon is just glad that Buddy, Dr. Heavenly, was not involved. Although Jackie reminds us that Dr. Heavenly was being messy. Okay. Dr. Heavenly was being messy, telling Toya the tea about what the girls were saying in the neighborhood. Well, I mean, truth be told, if Dr. Heavenly was being messy, I mean, somebody needed to tell her what the people were saying. Otherwise, Toya would have been clueless. And truthfully, I think while that riled Toya up, it wasn't like Toya was arguing and had put Paws on Zaina or Anila. I mean, that was a whole different situation. So, I mean, I feel like Dr. Heavenly did, spill some tea, but at the end of the day, it was probably better that she found out. Now, maybe not at that point in time, okay? But I mean, it is what it is at this point. So anyway, that was our little play-by-play. I like, doing these anatomy of a scene. We haven't done one of these in a long time. So I just thought I would take the opportunity to do it. I thought it would be fun. I know a lot of you are gonna say, I hate these shows. They getting so always see us women, they making us fight on TV and stuff like that, and all of these. And yeah, I understand. Okay, I get it. I'm not necessarily celebrating the fact that it's happening, but since I ain't gonna be around to talk to you about it on next Monday, I felt like we might as well talk about it today. It happened. And so what do we do on this channel? We recaps it. All right? So for those of you guys who are out there saying, oh, you not be celebrating this moment right here where they going back to fighting and they're doing this on TV and that and the third. Listen, it won't me. Okay? Now, that's all I can say. I told y'all my stance on it. Two things. I don't believe in fighting, but also don't nuck if you ain't prepared to buck. Period. Let me know what y'all think about this whole situation down in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video.